Hello and welcome back to another How To Bloke. Now today is Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Let's come round quick this year. Anyway, I'm going to make, if we did it tonight, Christmas Day, I'm not going to have a turkey or anything like that. Can't be bothered. What I'm going to do is have something called beef olives. Now, beef olives is kind of like every country, every European country lays its claim to these beef olives. There's German variety, there's Italian variety, all sorts, Spanish, whatever. And they all have different names, but they're all essentially the same, which is thinly sliced beef, stuffed and braised. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you're going to have that with gravy, with the gravy. Now, this dish doesn't really generate its own gravy that much. You can't. So you have to make it. You either reduce the red wine, Madeira wine or something, or you buy something from a packet. But this gravy here, I found 2 pots in the freezer of beef. I had some beef, I had some gravy anyway, and it's going to go perfect with that. So I've got that ready. Now, this is the sort of kind of cutting of beef you need. Okay, not steak. Don't use thick steak. It's a waste of steak really. This is the sort of cut you need. I'll show you. Now, if you go to the butcher's and say something like, I want some meat for beef olives, you'll know exactly what you mean, and they'll cut it for you. What they do is they put the beef in the freezer, so it's just nearly frozen, and they slice it with a slicing machine, and it comes out really thin like that. So you want it quite thin. I'm going to try and do this the best I can. Anyway, so to get on with this, what we need is we're going to use some mustard of some sort. We're going to need some onions or shallots. I've got shallots today. A little bit of onion if you haven't got shallots. We're going to need some gherkins, baby gherkins. We're going to need some bacon. Now I haven't got any bacon. I thought I had, but so I've got these little lardon things here. You know, speck. You know, the pieces of bacon. They're the same thing. If you're going to use bacon, then try and get the smoky one. That's better. Got a better flavour, I reckon. So we need some of that. Garlic, well, yes, you can put it in. I tend not to, because what can happen is, unless the garlic is if you put raw garlic in there, chopped up, it wouldn't be good. You can put some garlic in if you mash it up, so like a garlic paste. So I might do that. Right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and cut this as thin as I've just cut this piece of meat in half. And we're going to go in there and see if we can cut it pretty thin. Well, thin, it doesn't have to be like, you know, you can't say thin you can see through it, but it's got to be quite thin. So we'll do it again. See if we can do this. Right, now ideally that's the kind of thickness that you need, like that, right? But obviously, if you're doing it by hand, it's difficult to get it equal all the way. On a machine, it's dead easy to do it. You know, it's easy. So what we're going to do? We're going to do this, and we'll fast forward this until we get to the end of doing it. Okay. So we've got some pieces of meat here, pieces of beef. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bash them thin. It's quite economical, this bit. I've still got that piece left, so that's another, well, I don't know, 5 or 6 beef olives. Anyway, right, we're going to bash these out, and I'll just quickly show you how you do that. You stick that on there. You could use 2 pieces of plastic. I just use 1. Now you put the plastic on top of it to stop it splatting around everywhere. Right, I'm not going to do the rest, but you get the idea. Now that's what it looks like, see? Okay, so there we are. That's ready to fill. So we're going to do the rest and come back. Right, we're back again, folks. Bit noisy there. I've got a headache as well, which is not good. So, we got these pieces out here. Now, how many per person? Well, 2 small ones, 1 big one. So there we go. Right, all you need now, we're going to dress this meat, and what I'll do is I'll show you what to do. very quickly. So we're going to get some mustard. So now you can put strong mustard on here. You can't taste the strong mustard after it's cooked, so you'll be alright with that. So a little bit of mustard on there. You want a little bit of salt and pepper. I'll just do one and then you can do the rest yourself. A bit of salt. Right, so now we're going to put some bacon bits in it. Now these are large ones here. Just put a couple of 3 in there. Don't load it up with it because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a beef olive, not a bacon olive. Right, so shallots. Now with the shallots, let's move them over there. You can use onions, but I've got shallots, so why not use shallots? You know, use the kind of like the best in this thing. So the shallots, what you need is like, again, it's like a little taster of shallots in there. So we're just gonna do that quickly. Just gonna do that quickly, like that. Right, leave it to one side. Cornichons, little mini ones. They don't have to be little mini ones. That's just what I've got at the moment. Just, well, again, finely slice these things, right? Because you're going to roll this in a minute. Right, put them in like that. Maybe I don't know, wait, 1.5 or something. Just so it looks like that. Look, let me show you. Just so that you got something that looks like that. Okay? So what we're going to do now is going to roll that, and we're going to roll it like this. Right. You squeeze it as you roll it, kind of. Not. I don't mean when I say squeeze it. I mean try and stretch the meat as you roll it, because then the meat kind of it holds it, grips it more, grips the filling a bit more. Right. Cocktail sticks. Now if you don't have cocktail sticks, you can use metal skewers or something. You just need something to hold the thing together, okay? Just like that. And remember, you've got to tell people who are eating this that there's cocktail sticks in it. My sister swallowed a cocktail stick. I wasn't there, but that's what she said. How she does that, how she did that, I have no idea. Anyway, so make sure you tell your guests there are some cocktail. Now you say, well, how many cocktail sticks? Well, no, there isn't you know, how many you put in. You just got to make sure the stuff stays in there, the filling stays in there, and doesn't fall out. So that'll do. It's not the best job, but you know, hey ho. So there's one. Look, okay. So this is cast iron casserole dish. And it's got a little bit of olive oil in there, so we're going to put that in, and that's got a brown. Now you're going to do that, make all these things up, and you're going to brown that on all sides. Okay, just gently, and we'll come back after that. We're back. Right, what we've done is we've done the other beef olive things here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to put those in there, brown them on all sides, and then. We're going to cook them in the oven for about hour 15, hour 20, hour and a half, something like that, on 180, maybe 200. And we'll come back and show you that. So, with that, we're going to have some red cabbage. I'll leave a link in the pop-up banner. We're going to have some potato gratin. I'll leave another link up there. We're going to have some, what else are we going to have with this? Oh, some sausage rolls between now and then. Again, I'll leave a link up there. And we'll come back when this is cooked. Right, just come over here, camera person, this way. So we've got this thing here, happening here, right? Now this is one I've done earlier, as they say in the movies. So, let me just show you. Careful, it tends to stick on here, so you've got to keep it moving a little bit. But it wants to be kind of like that, all the way around. See that? Can you see that, camera person? Yeah. Right, so it's got to be like that, all the way around. So we're going to put those in there. Again, it's a bit of olive oil. We're going to set them in there, like that. Like that, like that. And the reason we brown them for a little bit first, because it stops them breaking up, stops keeps the beef olive whole, plate whole, because if you put the water in there and start to boil like a stew, you don't want that. And also look, this burning it here or browning it gives you a bit of flavour as well, so it's good. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to show you how to do this. You have to I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. Make them all like this colour. Then we're going to pour, this is frozen solid at the moment, this gravy that I've had in the freezer. We're going to pour that gravy in there, in the oven, 1 hour, I don't know, depending on your oven. Yeah, every oven's different, isn't it? But I'm going to put it in for an hour and 20 minutes on 180, 200, I don't know, 180, and then have a look. And it needs a bit more. But when you look at these things, they should all look like that. They should all look like that cooked one. And you put a little cocktail stick for it, right? The cocktail stick should go straight through, like a cake. Straight through, no problem. And then you know it's done. But after an hour and a half, you know, it's going to be at 180, it's going to be cooked. So I'll see you soon. Hello folks, we're back. Now this thing here, this what do I call it? Not by its European name. I think I'll call it beef olives. So I've just kind of like taken this out, and this is what you can expect. Right. So let's move this over here for the camera, and let's sample. Right, there's the gravy. Don't forget the gravy. This dish doesn't create its own gravy. You have to either use a packet mix or reduce some red wine, Madeira wine or something. But if you get a packet mix with Madeira red wine gravy, it goes good with this. You know, don't fuss and nonsense about it. Right, this has been cooking for about actually 1 hour and 40 minutes because I've been watching TV. So no worries. You can overcook it, but you know, you have to try hard doing that. So we're going to get out some a knife and fork. We'll sample this one here. Look, this one here. Right, this has got 1, 2, 3 cocktail sticks in it. Right, so I'll pull that one out because I need to cut it through there. So I'll pull that one out. Well, I could pull them all out really. It's all stuck together now nicely. It won't fall apart now because it's all cooked. Now, zoom into this closely, camera person. Right, so this is your, what do you call it? Beef olives, that's it. So I'm going to cut through there like that. Right. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're looking at. Now, it may not look much, but that is absolutely delicious. Now, what you can have is, of course, some gravy. Look, I'll show you. I'm not going to serve it up, but I'll show you. Look, some gravy on there. Lovely jubbly. Now, what I did do, looking huffing here, is I put some shallots in there. The rest of the shallots I used to make the beef olives. I just put them in the stew kind of thing, so they're all caramelised now. Lovely jubbly there, as I say. So that's good. That's perfect. As I say, go find some gravy, and it's good. And we've got potatoes. We can put anything you like with it. Really. Anything you fancy. Broccoli, broad beans, peas and carrots, whatever you like. Anyway, I hope that's something you want to try. I've got some cooking here, I've got some quick tips here, I've got some DIYs down here. Until next time. Until next Christmas maybe. No, sooner than that. See you soon.